Morning, everybody. Well, I just got done filming the gay pride run thing today. I'm not making light of it. I've already given my little spiel on it and so on. It may not have been as articulate, but it's at the moment, real time, and all that good stuff. So, and again, I have people in my life that they've chosen that way of life. And some believe that that's just who they are. They were created that way, and perhaps they are. Who's to say with any certainty? I mean, if you look at the many different cultures around the world, minus those of the Abrahamic faiths, and I don't mean to keep cracking on them, but in every other faith, there are allowances made, whether it's the native or indigenous populations around the world, or even some of the more highly advanced, if you will, spiritual, cultures that rose to great pinnacles of success and power and, prestige in their time. So the Abrahamic faiths are a different thing altogether. And I didn't see Jesus, condemning anybody. In fact, even those who were practicing some of the most heinous things in his day, he willingly forgave if they were willing to repent of those things. Now, I'm not saying that being gay is something you need to repent of. Again, that's a deep conversation that I'm not prepared for, at least in this particular, video. I believe everybody has a right to decide their own fate, make their own decisions in life, without fear of scrutiny or moral judgment or browbeating or discrimination or certainly any physical harm just because of their chosen belief systems. I mean, who are you to decide, right? I mean, I do know that Jesus made it very clear that you shouldn't judge lest you yourself be judged. So, and I live by his life. I've lived by his many heartfelt words. He lived his life, according to his philosophy, and didn't just utter it. So he's worth emulating and following, as was Krishna and many others in the past, I might add. There are positive attributes followed in most of the leaders of most of the religious faiths today, although those who practice it themselves tend to forget their part in this journey all the time. Again, not judgment from me, each their own. I just wanted to share that before we get started. After this video, if I have any juice left in my phone, I'm going to make a video about the Fool's Journey to explain a few things and how it relates to tarot. And we'll see how that turns out. But right now, let's focus on today's endeavors, which is, of course, reading the energy for Saturday. This is the last day of the week in terms of the way I look at things. I don't believe Sunday's the last day. I think it's the first day of the week. But teach their own. So as far as the energy that we got throughout the week, the overall energy again was Fehu. So we have the goddess herself, Freya, the goddess of, wisdom and love, and she was a warrior goddess, as they all are in some way, shape, or form. And she was also the goddess of fertility and abundance, as well as witchcraft. They have long resumes, like I said in the past. So, and she and her brother both made an appearance this week. In fact, more than once. Her brother, Freyr, also, he was the earth god. And again, about male sexuality, masculinity, fertility, and things of that nature. From a positive aspect, he's also, a war god, as, again, most of them are, in some way, shape, or form. So both of them made their appearances this week, more than once. So, we have a lot of positive energy. We also had the god Thor show up once this week, and we had the god Tyr show up once this week. So we had 4 gods show up for us this week to remind us of the available power and potential that exists for us, and yet reminding us that yes, you're going to have hurdles this week. You're going to have roadblocks You're going to have delays, things of that nature. But we have all the tools in our toolbox necessary to not only overcome them, but again, through the gods and goddesses' own, description, we can actually grow in abundance because or despite of these things. So we have the energies of Algis and Othala as well to support the god and goddesses. Those were also very, very positive. Runes talk about fortune, optimism, aspiration, protection, warding off of all evil, connection themselves with the gods, going within, your intuition, your higher self, potential, being your own hero, freedom, as well as, again, success in any legal disputes, the abundance, property, your heritage, your inheritance. And the heritage doesn't always have to be a physical thing. It can be a spiritual thing as well. Maybe you're inheriting some God-given, gifts, talents, abilities, and so on that you're just now unlocking. I know those are happening for me, and they happen for others too. As you advance, you do get rewarded with certain things. You don't do it for that purpose ordinarily, but it is one of the benefits of this journey, this fool's journey. You learn lessons, you get rewards from above, so to speak, or your higher self, from source, from God, from your ancestors, however you wish to look at it. Now, we've had at least 12 positive attributes that we got multiple, confirmation on with the runes, including some of the attributes of freedom, protection, connecting with the gods, success, masculinity, sexuality, potential, heritage and family, abundance, fertility, possessions, and inheritances, as well as success in legal matters. So we see some of these same attributes carried over now for 3 straight weeks. Other things are a little bit different, and they're starting to become clearer for us as we progress. Remember, this journey doesn't stop in a single day or a single week. It continues on. For some of us, these things may have already worked out in full, and you've already gone through many of these things that we're alluding to right now. Again, fate, it travels differently at different speeds for all of us. It's fluid, if you will. So some of us, it barely trickles by, and it's very slow in coming. And most of these things we haven't even seen yet. We're only seeing the beginnings of those things. Others of us, the current is running a little faster, and we're in the middle of all of this. That's me right now. And others, it's gone extremely fast, and they've already experienced this. They're coming either to the conclusion, I've already seen light at the end of the tunnel for these things we're talking about. So that's what we mean by fate or time being fluid in this regard, okay? That's what you have to keep in mind in terms of any type of the divination of sorts. All right, so I pulled out some cards yesterday as well, and it looks like some of you guys are getting ready to have some good, good physical bonding with one another, with your loved one or presumed loved one. I don't know what your situation is. It'll be different for all of you there as well. I don't want to pry, but it looks like you're going to be successful in that. So enjoy that. I'll pull a couple of more oracle cards today as well. Okay. All right. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and pull our first rune for the present. Okay. I stirred them up very well this morning, so we didn't get, hopefully, a repeat of Esau and Haglas yet again. We got both of those about 4 times this week. So get something positive for Saturday. Positive energy, Lord. Positive energy, please. And thank you. What is the energy for my collective for today? Saturday. Beautiful, beautiful day here. Saturday's energy. Thank you. Energy for Saturday. Thank you. What is Saturday's energy? Thank you. Ah, very good one. We got Gebo. We've had that once this week too. Remember, this is kind of a lucky rune, right? Like X marks the spot. on a treasure map. So Gebo again, and let me show you my little cheat sheet. This is my little Nordic cheat sheet. It's got all 24 runes on there, and they're very basic meanings. Remember now, there is a long list of other meanings that go along with this. So it's not just exclusive to the things that I bring forward. If you wish to know more about it, you can certainly look it up online. There's a lot of different websites today now that are available so you can see the meanings. Keep this in mind though, every author is going to have a different preference on the meanings of many of these runes. Okay, and I found that to be very true in my studies. So I take the things that are consistent and I use those primarily. And I look for the actual meaning of the word itself to see what fits under that particular understanding of that meaning of that word. I know grammatically I'm all over the place. Remember, I'm doing this real time. So, and I've been baking my brain in the sun almost a month now. So anyway, with that being said, Gebo is an excellent rune. And it's found in our very first family, the Earth family, that is, again, governed by the goddess Freya. The near goddess who's married to Odin and basically taught him magic and so on. So basically what it means is gift, gifting, equal exchange, partners, divine unions, love. Again, it goes hand in hand with the oracle cards from yesterday, right? Talks about fortune as well. So nothing but positive information in regards to that. Okay, and I feel it's in the upright. Again, the X is going to be both ways, upright or reversed. And trust me, I know it seems as though that I always pick the positive aspect of these, but it has to be how I feel about it today. If I've got a generally bad feeling in my gut about something, then I'm going to assume that it's probably being shown in the more negative connotation, not the positive, okay? But I feel very, very positive today. Very, very positive. So far, I haven't gotten any bad feelings whatsoever. All right, now let's go ahead and pull some influences, please. What are some influences for Gebo? Gebo being excellent energy for us for today. What is some of the influences for my collective? And thank you. Influences for the collective. And thank you. Oh, another excellent one. Sowilo. All right. Kind of looks like a lightning bolt. It's what the Nazis utilized for their SS and all that. So they perverted the meaning of it. It does stand for sun. Stands for victory and clear vision, honor, achievement, rest, and it's very much a positive rune, both directions. Okay, so very good. And again, it would be the equivalent of the sun card, if you will, in the tarot deck, which is basically the Leo card. You know, again, so is strength. Strength is the Leo card too. So, you know, it's a fiery sign. You know, I also have a fiery sign with Sagittarius, and my sign in tarot is the Temperance card, the Earth Angel, so to speak. Okay? So, and again, that's been my life story, and that's what the Fool's Journey is too, learning balance or temperance. Okay? But we'll get to that, you know, in another episode, right after this, if I have any energy left, okay? In my phone, I mean. So, again, very, very positive runes. Both the influence and the overall energy for today. Let's get one more influence, please. Let's see if there's something that's pulling us to the left and to the right, or if we have something that's keeping us stable and on the straight and narrow in a very positive way for today. Give me some positive energy, Lord. Positive energy today. Come on now. Positive energy. What's another influence for the collective for today, please? Positive energy for the collective. Oh, another good one. Othala in the upright. And we've had this about 3 times this week. And it was the black stones, not these rose quartz stones, okay? So what does Othala means? It means, again, heritage, property, your home, intuition, dwellings and possessions. Again, fortune in terms of, you know, if any court proceedings that you might be involved in, increase in abundance and safety. And all this energy ties together nicely with the goddess Freya, with Fehu, which it's all about fertility and abundance and sexuality and all the stuff that makes this material world worth living in a sense, right? All right, so awesome. Now, unless we get a spoil alert for our future, this is all a great way to have and start our Saturday. So, what is the future energy for the collective? And please, let's have some good energy today for the collective on their future. And that means anytime between now and midnight tonight, okay? So I pull every night or every day. What is the future for the collective, please? Please. Positive energy. Positive energy, I feel. Positive energy. All right. Ehwaz in the upright. Yeah, I know it looks like an M, but that is their E in their alphabet. Now, Ehwaz is in the third Ayat, or group or family. And basically means horse or travel, progress. It's like the chariot card in tarot in a sense. Means your future changes, movement of any kind, trust. It can mean long journeys in the reverse. But like I said, unlike the first week, the first week we got this in the reverse. This week we got just simple journey, not long journey. So maybe that means it's starting to wrap up for the majority of us out there. I certainly hope that's my case. I've been at this for almost 5 straight years now, at least, you know. So I will share my story, and it will be an inspiration, I believe, to other people, as long as you persevere, what can happen for you. And I'm not just saying that. I have a very, very strong belief that very, very soon that I'm going to rise up above all of this turmoil, all my delays, blocks, and burdens, and everything else. And you know, even though I've had majority of people in my life who've been working against me, even though it's closest to me, without me realizing it, the majority of my life, because I always wanted to see the best in people, I've learned a lot of lessons, and I hope to share those with you as well. So that is the conclusion of today's energy, and I think that wraps things up in a very, very positive light for today. So yesterday was a little bit so-so, and today it looks like it's going to be awesome. So get out there and enjoy this beautiful day if you're in California right now. If you're somewhere else, I hope your weather and everything else allows you to do the same. And I'll be thinking about y'all until tomorrow. And have a wonderful time. Wonderful day. Love you. Bye.